Hello, my name is Pursh Khachatryan. I am Associate Professor at Yerevan State University, Law Faculty. And as a trainee with Impact Project, let me introduce some aspects of logical framework approach during program development process. So, logical framework approach is a logical sequence of elements starting from problem analysis to program outcomes and their indicators. One of the main elements of logical framework is program analysis. It has its own structure, its logic, and its context, which are to describe and present clearly what problems addresses the project. Based on the quality of project analysis, the evaluators decide whether or not project is necessary under certain conditions. To show clearly the content and the logic of problem analysis, the problem tree is used as a certain tool. Here we can see how the problem tree appears. The roots are the causes. The trunk is the main problem. The fruits, branches, are the consequences, results of the problem. The problem tree can be described in different ways, charts, diagrams, and other, but the logic and structure will remain the same. Causes, the problem, consequences. The next tool of problem analysis is past analysis. Past analysis helps project developers to identify and analyze external factors that may influence the successful implementation of a project. Past refers to the following factors: political, economical, social, and technological. The next tool for problem analysis is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis helps project developers to identify and analyze internal factors that may influence the successful implementation of a project. SWOT analysis is giving an opportunity to find out the following aspects: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. The next tool in problem analysis process is stakeholder analysis. Stakeholder analysis is a method or an instrument used to facilitate a description of a person's, organizations, and institutions with a stake in the project. The stakeholder analysis should focus on 5 important attributes of the stakeholders: their relation to the intervention, their position on objectives and outcomes of the project, the level of influence that they hold, their interests and motivation to engage in the project, their fears regarding the project, potential strengths and weaknesses. Stakeholders can be categorized as follows: promoters, defenders, latents, apathetics. The next tool for problem analysis is target group analysis. The aim of doing target group analysis is to understand the needs of the target groups and the problems they deal with. Target groups are identified and analyzed according to their expectations, benefits from the project outputs, rather than their power-related positions attached to the project idea and its implementation. The other element of logical framework are inputs. Resources needed for activities. For example, expertise, money, equipment, and other. The next element of logical framework approach are activities. Implementation trainings, development questionnaire, development of reports, and etc. Outputs and outcomes are elements of logical framework approach as well. The outputs are directly following the activities within the project. They are countable, touchable, and feasible. The outcomes are somehow difficult to identify, as not always they are countable and touchable. The outcomes are categorized as follows: short-term, mid-term, long-term. For example, the short-term outcomes of the curricular development project should be the knowledge gained in the result of implementation of new developed curricula. The mid-term outcome of the same project should be the activities of the students gained the new knowledge. The long-term outcome of the mentioned project should be the situation change in result of the behavior and activities of the persons who gained the new knowledge. To measure the outcomes achieved, certain indicators are used. Indicators are measurable criteria to assess whether the project achieves what it was designed for. They may also serve to monitor whether the project implementation is processing as planned. Indicators should specify the minimum to be achieved at a given point in order to say that the project has reached the objectives set out. Thus, and it is necessary to prepare several indicators for each objective or output. So, the logical framework approach has a described structure and content. Thank you.